on that side, y'all were
Is
gonna
that
come
a
over
drainage
there.
or is that just a,
That's the corner.
It's a little drainage, it's a culvert.
well, I mean, those are the, because the ones I addressed, those are very
big jobs.
dangerous,
Yeah,
very
yours are-
dangerous. You know, because if they
It's
fall
big
over, somebody's gonna get killed.
But this one too, if somebody
I'm
falls
just saying.
over,
Second and
and railroad.
railroad, okay, I know.
I think that they were gonna start working on that, and,
We went to our hole once he left.
yes, but that was supposed to be after y'all did the other ones over there in the
How much
corner
money
of
we're looking
Fourth.
at, maybe 200,000 for all of them?
Can't do that all in this year, I don't know. We can come back with some numbers.
It's a lot of concrete.
It's a lot.
A lot needs to be taken out.
Yes.
Councilman Nissen?
Well, I talked to Mark about talking to Richard out at Riverbend because they have all that cement culvert, 8-inch, 10-inch that they weren't going to use. Richard said it's just the big stuff. Do you know if he ever went out there? Because I'm meeting with
No, sir,
Richard
I
tomorrow.
don't.
Because way and I talked to Richard, it's basically like haul it away type deal. So if he has, I'm going to talk to him and get back to you to see if we can get that free, because that was 8, 10, and 12-inch culvert cement. And if you can use it and we can save money on it, because it's mainly street underneath the culvert, do you have an objection? Anybody we go talk to him about that, get free for us?
Actually, I think he brought it up to Miro, the guy that does the wells. He asked him, then I was gonna bring it up to Mr. Turner. I'm sorry, Mr. Turner, I should have told you before.
Oh, no problem.
That road that's going back there to the wells, that if he would buy the material and we would do the work, because he had the material and we had the equipment. But I was gonna have to still get with her, but.
Will you
at the
follow
same-
up with Richard and let me know? And then I'm meeting with the guys every morning at 7.
Okay,
Right?
so he wanted you to do something for him?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have to talk to Miro about what he wanted. But you
Yes.
find out what Richard needs, I'm quite sure he talks a lot. He'll tell you exactly what we need, and we see what we can do to meet in the middle. And if he has some extra pipe or culvert we can use, we want to be able to do that. But Councilman, when we talked about, I know the engineer came before, Councilman Johns, it is quite an undertaking to take all that out. That corner, it's quite an undertaking.
corner?
The corner that you mentioned.
Second and F.
Second and F, that's good. It's quite an undertaking to take all of that out.
No, I mean, we're not talking about talking it out, we're talking about doing,
Straight going.
We
We're
do one thing
talking
at a
about
time.
Straighten it out instead of trying to turn water.
Yes.
One turn.
Yes.
It just doesn't, if it's run straight,
Yeah.
we got plenty of drainage under.
So I'll speak to the guys and see them come up with some numbers and come back when we come back on the general one. Is that okay?
Yes.
And Mayor and Council, last but not least, we have Eli in our service department. He's
Thank you.
on-
Thank you, Renee.
everyone. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you, Alex.
And
Thank you, David.
so, he has, now, he does all of the, I only brought the people that are before you. He has another report that we'll be doing on the police. Okay, so what we have here is the park department and their vehicles. We have the street department and their vehicles. And if you look at the parks department, they have him here, and he has listed the vehicle number, the model, what year it is, how many miles or hours it is, what condition he considers it to be. He has some comments, and so he was nice enough to put the concerns in red, so it's easy to do that. It's in here.
I saw it earlier, but
No, ma'am, it's in the additional package that we added to you.
oh, okay, that's where I saw it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
It's in the additional package to your left, right under streets.
So what are you looking at, the parks or the streets?
So we're starting with the parks, and you can go through those, and Eli can highlight those. You have that in front of you, Eli?
Yes.
Okay. So as you see, these are the equipment that we have. Some of them are pretty old. Somebody told me, when did they become a classic? When it's more than 20 years old? So we have quite a few classics here.
but some of those are better built than what the new stuff is. So that's the way I look at it.
Well,
But-
it is. Look at the mileage on some of these vehicles.
Yeah, but if they're, oh, no, you're talking about the vehicles.
Yes, so on parks itself, you can ask him whatever kind of questions you need to have, or
But one at
whatever
a
we
time.
have.
But one councilman at a time, please. So, Councilman Nissen?
I see you got two turns that are not used, they're parked. One says needs repair and the other one says needs clutch replacement. Are they worth putting any money into?
We can,
Are they worth
But
putting
they're-
money into, or is it better to save money to buy another one, to replace both of them?
now, on your question earlier that you asked David about getting a 72-inch, our problem there is we don't have the trailer to haul that,
Go behind the tractor to pull.
or a shredder.
The shredder, mine, take the shredder off, put the reel on. But I'm talking about now zero turns. Is it
Yeah.
worth fixing these two?
These, like they haven't been used in over a year, put it that way. The only ones that they use is these Skags and the John Deeres are the ones that are used mainly. And he only puts so many guys on lawnmowers, and the rest of the guys he has to put on weed eaters.
So instead of keeping them in inventory, would it be better to try to just sell them? You get them?
I would suggest it, yes.
Are they not using them because they're not working, or there's too much
No,
repair?
well, they need some repair on them, you know.
But you don't have enough people.
So they've got enough people to ride them,
Got enough people.
but they're not working.
Yeah, but if we,
Right now, no, they're not.
so should we repair them and keep them in, or should we sell them to put the money into a reserve fund? Like Mr. Ortiz said, before
They
we
won't
can
give you
buy
nothing
and
for them.
sell them outright.
You can't sell them to the public. They gotta be,
How many hours do they have on them?
Right there, they're on there, on the mileage. It has your hours on there.
275.
On the Bravely, you have 531 hours. The John Deere, which that's an older model, that has 1,711. The Skags has 5,417, I'm sorry. The other Skags has 8,154. And then the John Deere has 300, and the other John Deere has 275, which those are our newest ones. Yep.
Yeah, the 8,000,
Yeah.
Oh,
We're old.
8,000 hours on a mower,
Yeah.
that's lower deck. So everything is probably getting pretty shot. You sink a few thousand into it, not really get your money back out. How about the engines on those? What type of engine? What kind of engine?
Clutches,
Is it,
oil leaks.
but it's just a gasoline, it's not a diesel engine?
No, sir, they're all gas. We don't have no diesels as far as the lawnmowers.
Yep. Yeah, you got a lot of hours on them. It's
Yes.
like beating a dead horse. You're only gonna
Yeah,
get
like
so
I
much
said,
out.
really, not all the guys are on lawnmowers unless he
Yeah,
needs,
I see the weed eaters
he-
going.
at the most, maybe 4 guys on lawnmowers. He has.
But the Gravely and the Toro are the ones that are parked.
Yeah,
They're not working
yeah,
right.
they just
Right
See
got,
in
now,
red?
Yep.
I marked it on there.
The Craftsman there, that's that push mower that they use to cut the monument wood. That's the only thing that they use that one for.
So what are y'all gonna do with that one, that the clutch doesn't, that needs a clutch? Are you gonna fix it or just get rid of it?
If it's, I would probably get rid of it.
that's what I like, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, is it,
We can dispose of the property, but we want to talk with the attorney because we want to make sure that we dispose of it correctly as we take it out of our inventory. The police department all the time talks about sending things to auction. One of the problems we have with sending things to auction is there's like a 6 to 8% fee, and so sometimes
It's not worth it?
it's not worth us doing
The
it.
attorney can look in, because I know under the federal finance laws for the state of Texas and Oklahoma, it states that you can have one day, pick the 31st of July, Saturday, you want to take open bids and turn them in for this date, you're allowed to take the highest bidder. And you can do that, but you have to do it, newspaper advertisement, to the highest bidder, and it takes that day. And the problem is, you have to have a city employee there, and you have to have a person handle cash there. But you can put all of your equipment on one day. Say we're selling city equipment, we're gonna have an open bid, this is when you gotta come. And you'll be able to find that under TML too.
Well, we can set something like that up to do in this year to see what we can do to eliminate some of the equipment that's down.
Is there other equipment? Because there's one that my husband keeps looking at, is that John Deere tractor that,
That we picked up off the street.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that's one that we want to, because I don't think you can get it shredded for this, is that right? The one that we found over there?
Yes, no,
Yeah.
it's just sitting there.
It's just sitting there. So
It
we can look
runs.
into doing, it runs, but we can look into doing something like that, and I'll follow up with the attorney to have a scavenger sale for the city, is that right? And I'm quite sure the plan,
They put bids out.
Before.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I believe PD has done it before.
PD did one, I
But
mean,
they're
back in the day,
way
long
back.
before there was me.
Yes,
But recently,
Chad
did that.
used to do it.
long time. But recently, the chief currently has been just sending things to auction.
Auction.
And the reason why I remember, because painfully enough, they forgot to take off all the decals the last time they sent something to auction, and we,
Ms. Turner, is it worth it to send these items to auction if they're no good?
these items that he has, no. Some of the things that the police picked up in confiscation, yes, they had made a little money, but we could just have something do, cleaning house. I mean, we could scavenger
You can do-
lawnmowers, but I could do,
Yes.
leftover chairs, furniture, we just,
Yeah.
I had somebody who
And
wanted
you
to
can
come buy an old fire hydrant because she wanted to put it in her yard, and we have some old
They
fire.
make a lot
So
of
we
money.
just have a scavenger sale.
And you
then
can do
we'll
it during
that.
the week also, so that you're not paying overtime to employees. Pick a Wednesday or something during the
We'll
week.
pick a day, and I'll have to follow with the attorney on legalities and do that, but
Right.
we can do that, and what I'll have Eli to do is to look at what equipment that he thinks that we can go ahead and just salvage, because it's not worth making the repairs. So you see what they have in parks. Do you care to turn the page to talk about what we have in streets? I have spoken to Renee about the retainer.
He left already.
About the maintainer, and he says he would prefer to keep that maintainer that we have and fix the smaller one.
You mean the large one that's
The
never
large one.
The large
been
one
used?
first.
They're using it.
Yeah, no, he was using it, but I had a couple of cylinders leaking on when they were using it, so I need to take those. Mainly, they did a lot of hose repairs on it, replacements. Pretty much all the hoses are new.
Does that water truck work?
No,
No, we
It's
did
not-
get a belly dump. Did we get the belly?
no, that's the water truck.
The water truck, yes.
That one has, the tank is
Leaky.
pretty much corroded.
But is the truck body good? But you could get another
The
tank?
tractor part of it, yes, it still runs, it's,
Can we get another tank for it?
It has
we checked into
400,000 miles.
Oh, good gracious.
How much?
400,000?
The problem with that is, when they're doing a job, it's pretty hard to maneuver around, So what we ended up doing is buying a water buffalo, which is a tank on a
Well,
trailer.
we got a water buffalo. That's what we had budgeted last year.
Yes,
So that would be something that you could sell
Yes.
because of the truck. Take the tank off, send that to scrap metal and sell the truck and chassis to some other person.
yes.
Okay.
Or
So,
sell it as it is, so that way.
That'd be
Yeah,
Yeah,
better.
we can sell it as it is. We have, we have the old sludge truck, which is a roll-off that we still have there that's no good. I've had people approach me about the tractor, the old sludge truck that they wish to purchase, but I told them we can't do that. You would have to talk to Ms. Turner about that.
and what piece you said had 1,000,000 miles on it?
Oh, that's the belly dump that's getting close to, got 830.
That's the trailer.
Yes.
Where's the sludge truck? You got a number on that?
Well, we have a new one now.
Yeah, but where's the old one?
It's not on here.
Oh, it's not on here?
No, it's not on here because it's not being used, so I don't,
At all?
I didn't
It
put
hasn't,
it on.
it has been for some time, correct?
Yes.
So Eli, what you're saying is you're gonna get all this stuff that doesn't work and just get rid of it? I mean,
What we'll do is.
because we got a whole bunch of new equipment
And run it
when
with
that,
of what we need to dispose of.
when we got that grant.
Or
Is
let's
it-
have a garage sale where you could just put it all out. Here you are, would it be a seal bid type deal?
Yes.
This is lot so and
No,
so.
he's talking about auctioning it off,
Well, it's a seal bid, do it all Saturday or whatever day, people come and write seal bids, and then you just have an open bid, or you can have an auctioneer come and try to auction the stuff off, but the seal bid works better.
Seal bid's the best way.
Right.
That way,
We don't have
you
to
know,
pay an auction.
you don't have to have somebody out there, you're not paying somebody. It's just a matter of, here you are, this is the lot, this is the vehicle. Make a bid on it. This is the piece of equipment. put your name, address, what you're bidding, what you will pay for it, and hand it into City Hall. Then you have a time where it's opened up.
So you have a person out there collecting them too, and then just hand them them.
Yeah, just, okay, we got your bid.
But you would have to put what's wrong with it.
No, it's.
No.
Gotta have a disclosure form on it.
As
It's
is.
as is.
Sell it
It's
as
as
is.
is.
Disclosure.
It's what it's-
In your, I'm changing
Now,
the
would you,
subject.
would you, put those, well, I have 2 police units that are sitting there.
Perfect taxi cabs.
Would you get rid of those in the same manner?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing.
Just get rid of everything that,
Well,
What's
once
wrong with this
again,
car?
sealed bids.
Those are the ones he took off. He's just not using them. They're older models. They're high
But they're
mileage.
good.
They're still running, yes, but they're high mileage and like he's replaced them. So he's pretty much.
We can get all that money and put it back in the general funds or put it in the reserve
that
account.
would be great.
It'd be
In
good
your
to
streets
leave it.
department, I'm changing the subject again, but in the streets department, you have listed a John Deere mower. So the streets does have a
Yes, ma'am.
mower?
48 inch, yes.
That-
Any other questions or comments for
be
Eli?
up to you.
Okay, again, on the electric
How do you
bill.
possibly keep up with all of this?
Yeah, no.
Eli-
Eli is stretched.
I was telling Ms. Turner that maybe,
No.
they should, because it's too much for you to keep up with everything that the individuals are in charge of telling you, come and change my oil when it's time, or do you have to keep track of all that?
I was keeping track of it, but what I do is I write it down on a tablet and keep track of it. Because Chief does come and ask me, hey, when's the last time this unit had its oil changed?
Why don't
And how
you,
about the other employees that are working, the employees that work there in the city? That that have, individual trucks. They're not the police officers, the ones that have, like Renee and,
Like parks have their own vehicles, and
The ones
and she's
that-
talking about an inspection, to say that they need to do an inspection of their vehicle and they report to you if they have any issues. Like an
Yes,
inspection
is
sheet.
that what they do?
Yes, they come and let me know.
What,
But as far as them doing and like oil changes and stuff, because I have to put them up on a lift and nobody really knows how to operate that lift. I don't want a car falling on somebody. Mr. Johns knows.
you
what I'm
can't,
talking about.
liability for the city won't allow nobody else to do it.
No.
But I had 218 vehicles, and every one of them had a little sticker that said, oil change here.
Well,
And if they didn't contact you, they got wrote up.
I do put stickers on.
Okay.
Oil stickers, yes, I do.
All right.
On all the vehicles have that. When I do an oil change, that's one thing I always do.
Good.
I'm sure he's got a schedule for all the trucks and stuff, all the maintenance and everything for everything. Because, that's what he does throughout the year. So, 1 week he does this week you do another thing, right?
I try to keep on schedule, but it's hard.
Well, I'm
So
just
what
saying.
breaks? How important of which machine's broken? Right now, it's
I know, because
lawnmowers.
it's too much. Keeping up with all the lawnmowers, the tractors, the cars.
Well, I think basically from what I'm hearing is we would like to see the employees be more responsible
Exactly.
to report those issues. And
Yes.
therefore,
Well,
you maintain them, you don't have the problems later on. So that would be a Henrietta
Well,
trickling
yes,
down.
we're trying to, we've hired some people who've had some experience working with them in different departments, and we're trying to implement an inventory list for pieces of equipment as well as a inventory list of your equipment. In my former life, another city, another manager, they had to do an inspection report. Meaning they had to walk around their car before they got to say, this is what's wrong, if a tail light's out or something's broken, bring it to the attention. So we need to be able to implement that, to start a program, just to say, here's a checklist. So at the end of the day, if there's nothing wrong, you put it in this basket. If you need him to have some attention, you put it in that basket. And so we're hoping so we can implement that. That's one of the things we put on for the goals and objectives.
Okay. Any
Yes.
other comments?
One more question. Is that $20,000 electric bill again have streetlights in it?
Yes.
And so
I won't be able to do that change until the new
that one too?
budget.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Do you have to change it?
We're only requesting for it so that it can be more transparent. We want to make sure that people are easy to read to say what's street lights and what's not. We don't want people to think that streets departments is what the councilman was saying, is using up $45,000.
And
The money's being spent.
It's all coming out of the
on that,
same
so
budget, yes.
it's all the same budget, and it's like,
He just wants to itemize it for,
Right.
that way he knows what.
Thank you, Eli, for all
Yes,
your
ma'am.
hard work for the
Thank
city. We appreciate it. Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
being there. If no other comments, questions, concerns?
I have one comment that next Thursday we have our meeting. Just a reminder, I'll be having another set like this for the police department, the fire department, as well as
During the meeting?
This Thursday, right?
next Thursday. We'll be having, this Thursday coming up? Yes, we're having police, fire, EMS, and municipal court. We're trying to keep like things together, okay? Thank you so much.
All
Thank you,
right.
Mayor.
Thank you. And if no other business, it is 8:23.